Bonsoir tout le monde. Welcome back to Tom Plays EU4 for absolute beginners. We are back with France and hopefully going to invade Spain. But I want to just deal with a few things first. Oh, there it is. Right. Well, I'm going to have to wait till we've got a war galleon before we can deal with that. But you're also going to need to do some exploration. Spanish California does not obviously have an army, which is interesting. So that actually be quite good. So we are going to need to bring the army over from Britain to attack them. You also have an army in Africa, of course, but I don't think we're really in a position to do much with them. But I'm wondering if Spain will be able to come down and attack our African possessions. However, the other thing I did notice is that we're probably going to have a relatively rare chance to actually vassalize Ndongo, so we really should get a diplomat back and start pouring our resources into that. Okay, who's this? Oh, I see, favouritism. Okay, there's no such favouritism, but we will try to make some amends. Even though our legitimacy is huge, so maybe I shouldn't have bothered. Louisiana's happily invading stuff off their own bat. Which is, you know, nice. I think Austria, why are we not embargoing Spain? We should look at that. Discovered their spy, we've gained a colony, we've gained another colony. Excellent. That's right, we'll have enough for an actual Californian nation here, although I do kind of feel like we should be moving up to Cascadia, but I also kind of feel like we want our army here, so let's start some colonies here. I might even leave them with a conquistador actually, even if it means having one too many generals. Okay, I think we should be embargoing Spain. I'm guessing we had a truce or something last time I thought about it. But now we should be fine. We should have... was it trade, this one? Yeah, we've got 3 embargoes. And we've got 3 rivals. So that's perfect. No problem there. Okay, making another state. That's fine. But that will actually form a colonial nation, which might be a benefit to us. However, it certainly will be a benefit to us. However, probably not for this war. I don't think it'll have time to form. That's assuming the colonies don't get destroyed, of course. I'm guessing the Spanish Navy is going to be best avoided, unfortunately. Also thinking, oh, do you have room for another manufactory? Which we probably ought to do, really. Put one there. It's not very high value, but it will help it spread. We should possibly even try and put some in Africa. Not really thinking here. Right. Okay, what are we thinking? Ndongo. This is what we're thinking. So I want to start subsidising them. First, we want at least 1.5 each year, so it'll go up to a maximum of 15. Okay. So this is basically because we've got this fought to the end bonus. And with subsidies, with improved relations, with a gift, we were only 2, that Board of Friction 2, away from being able to vassalize them. Lost an admiral. Okay. What? Harsh. I think I'll support them by gold instead, although I do need to raise stability. I did mention it. I might even raise it twice, because we do have quite a lot of admin power, so I'm guessing we're doing fairly well. Okay. Actually, it looks like these guys are smaller than they were. They've lost their home province. So it might actually be easier to vassalize anyway now. Right, so we also want to send them a gift. Most we can raise it by is 25, so we'll stop there. And a holy cow! Yeah, not keen. Sorry. Even if it makes them disloyal, even if I love the extra mercantilism, because it seems to be the only real way we can get mercantilism at the moment. It's just too much money. Okay, so we've gained a swivel cannon now. Improving relations. That in theory should take us to where we need to be. So the only question now is, how much bigger should our armies be? Actually, they're about right. Okay, that's fine. We're about on our force limit. Our navy should be huge, much huger than they are, but we're actually more or less ready, which is interesting. Okay, so improved relations in Magdalena, French Columbia. Pretty much there, I think. So if we get this diplomat back, I think we may be ready to attack. As I did say, I think I might bring the Ottomans in. Okay, got a lot of options here. Jean-Baptiste Colbert. Impressive. So he's either a great minister who we get to keep, we can build a navy and modernise the infrastructure, concentrate on economic domination, concentrate on naval reform. I do rather like that. Don't have a huge amount of money though. Can we do both? 7th October 1663, so that's a 10 years. Okay, I'll do with that. It's mostly going to help us with money, but I think we should follow through on that in building the navy. But first, Crete, the Knights, Naples and Siena. Yeah, it's Naples that I want Ottomans for. And let's go for Vizcaya. Ask. Okay, I was going to get a new general for this, but apparently I don't have the option. So I'm going to assume that our armies can manage individually. General to the wrong army. Never mind, they'll get there. I might keep those as 2 armies. Need to have most of our attention down here if possible. I'm going to assume everything out to the east the Ottomans will deal with for us. Powerful. And they're on a castle. I suppose if we get these on a castle as well. Who's this? Yakutsk. No problem with that, I don't think. This is a castle, so we're going to have to probably double up the army to take it. Okay, let's go and take that castle. So we can probably ignore that for now. Maybe we'll form this army into a single army when they arrive. I will lower taxes. And we've already won the siege of Burgos. Okay, I didn't expect that. I think we may be getting to the point where we've actually covered all the areas we wanted. So, given all the vassals, we might actually be better off just going in for the castles with our armies, because our armies are bigger. Who's this Antilles? I definitely remember that we have already taxed Antilles. Suppose that's going to be in England, is it? Yep, thought so. Don't blame them. Good opportunity to start an uprising. Okay, so assuming that Provence and Genoa are going to take all of the land, I'm just going to focus on the castles. And I don't think the colonies should need any real help from us, because Spain is not that overwhelming over there anymore. I suppose we can check, just in case one of them needs a gift. Okay, let's split these again. Okay, New Castile is being dominated. Yep, that wasn't what I was trying to do. I suppose it might not hurt to give Florida a gift. They are the main ones fighting here. Even though it looks like they're already winning, I don't particularly mind. Maybe just chucking 100 into their economy for them. I really should be looking at our estate agendas again. Although I'm not in much of a position to do much right now. The account chamber. Okay, so we've got a great army reformer. I don't know if we need them yet, but we'll keep it in mind if our other army reformer dies. Anything happening in Africa? Nothing much, but we have finished improving relations with Ndongo, so we should be able to vassalise them as soon as the war ends. It's okay. Got some English separatists, which is unfortunate. If we're incredibly lucky, it's possible that the Ottomans will deal with them for us. Why has that been occupied by Yakutsk? Yakuts, sorry. Alright, I see. So they're also at war with Spain, and they're also taking some land. Well, fair enough, but kind of we want to claim as much of it as we can. So, not to be mean, but I guess we're in competition, but we can go back to the colonies once we've taken a bit more, I suppose. I suppose if nothing else, it gives Spain additional problems. Here come the Ottomans. Don't really need them in Spain as such. Yeah, let's go get Valencia. Still, we're dealing with Naples as well, so not too big a deal. a deal, really. That could be a big deal. Okay, is there anything else we need? There isn't. So if we take these guys back to their respective colonies, hopefully the Yakutsk army will deal with any Spanish people that come along with Florida. So that should mean that the colonies are basically dealt with. But we do have this huge Spanish army to worry about. Who wants aid? A noble family. Lots of money. I'm thinking no. Sorry, we don't have that much money. So I'm wondering if we're going to need to grab both our armies to take that humongous army down. It's always a shame to break a siege, but at the same time they are going to cause a lot of problems for us. Not doing nothing though. Oh, what do you know? They're wandering right in between our armies. Isn't that nice? So if we just wait for the padlock again, so we know they're committed, and that's actually no good. That's really annoying. I have not realised that we would have to take such a roundabout route. So that being the case, I don't think it actually broke the siege of Toledo, thankfully. I'm going to actually put our armies together in order to make these sieges break faster. And I'm also going to see if we can find that army and wipe them out. Oh, there they are. Lost our conquistador, that's fine. An invasion coming, apparently. Oh no. It's gone again. That is impressive. That army is actually going to be bigger than ours. So this is the point at which we want to hire some mercenaries. I'll wait till they're on a castle. Yeah, really not the time. Okay, Siege of Toledo Run. I'm going to allow other people to attach to us, and I'm going to try to go for the big one. With difficulty, it would seem, so let's go for the slightly smaller one. Okay, change of plan again. Seriously, this is annoying. Are they just much faster than us or something? I guess they must be. Here comes an Ottoman army. Okay, so no mercenaries. I don't think I'm going to need them. I guess we'll find out, because their general is better. But then we do have some Ottomans coming too, so I'm definitely glad I involved them in the war. Okay, so in that case, having defeated that army, I'm going to head back to Valencia and try and make that full. I don't know if the Ottomans will pursue them. Land clearance. There was going to be a risk pulling the army out of Great Britain, but we didn't really have a choice. So once again we're going to take this castle and then we're going to go and try and engage with that army. How's Naples doing? Better than I would like. I'm not occupied in any way. Stability is worth more. Much as I'd like him at court. Especially at this point when we're getting +3 stability, it's definitely worth more. Okay, here we go. Sabres usually means we're going to engage. I think we might have higher military tech because we did just get one before invading. God, I'm noticing we don't seem to have many allies around here anymore. I'm not sure what's happened there. We're on 42% war score now at least. Right, let's head for another castle. So this is basically how this is going to go right now. We defeat their big army with our big army, then we go for a castle. Once we take the castle, we go and fight their army again, defeat them, go for another castle. Try and ignore what's going on in England. Oh, Spain's in England as well. Nice, very nice. Maybe we should even just cut our losses, honestly. I'm just thinking... Oh, they won't even accept this. Oh, I don't want Dara anyway. Right, okay. Let's get these. And then let's just say concede Eastern America. That'll do. Cool. It's fine, because really the main point of this particular war is to just make Spain weaker. Because up to now they've been our main rival, so reasonably happy with that. Let's try and core all the provinces with overextension next to them. We can't just yet. Naples has announced us as a rival. I suppose we were just at war, to be fair. Oh yeah, right, so we've got a bunch of diplomats free now, so let's improve relations with the Ottomans, because their help is invaluable. And let us hopefully vassalize Ndongo. Okay, we can't quite, but nearly. October 16th. Let's get another military idea, even though that one's not very useful, because we don't have a lot of cavalry. And there we go. We now have a new vassal down there. I mean, they're not very big or anything, but better to have them as a vassal than an ally, really. Hang on. Okay, so further on our borders is 50 prestige, which would be good. Yeah, I might go for that, even though we can't use all of it. We only need maybe 32 or something. Let's just take these guys out for once. Right, okay, so how far off completing this mission are we? Manufacturers, we've got 18. We need 2 more. And then we can really start working on the Navy. So... few good options here, but it looks like the Gold Coast is a great place for a manufactory. So let's go with that. I think actually I probably should have concentrated on the West Coast rather than the East Coast. Just then, could have done with some of this area, but never mind. We'll be fine. It's made Florida bigger. It's not really a bad thing. Oh, why I'm improving relations with them. They owe us big time. I know they did a lot of the fighting, but they also... Did we not have holdings up here? We did. We've been conquered. That's not good. Right, so we're going to have to deal with that as well. So I think next colonies we're going to have one in Canada and one in Cascada. And we better keep our armies around this time. Maybe we could even go up there. Either way, it's fine. It's fine, we'll manage. What about ships? How are we doing? Do we still have an explorer? We do not. Too worried just yet. The main thing is going to be transferring them across, but we'll possibly need an explorer to actually get through here. But yeah, must work in Australia. So what else do we have? Not a huge amount, but mostly fine. Mostly fine. In theory we'll be working on Austria next. But it might be a while simply because we're going to need the Ottomans. Doesn't mean we can't work on other people. Holland, okay. Burgundy, okay, so Austria would join in for anyone other than Milan. This Milan's biggest ally looks to be Bohemia, who in theory are our ally as well. Oh no, we're not. Looks like we lost our alliance with Bohemia. It's kind of a shame. That's probably why we only have 5 out of 6 alliances. We should probably remake that one. Unless we want to try and get Brandenburg instead. They're still Catholic though, aren't they? Which is unusual. Not really used to that. Never mind. Anyway, so more importantly, I need to get this army back on track because we've got to put down these English separatists before they actually succeed and we lose some of the land we took. Assuming we only got 3 provinces, it would be pretty annoying if we lost 2 of them. Let's stop that allow attach now, don't really need it. So, back to Merry England with you. On the plus side, it does feel like Spain isn't really a danger anymore. I mean, that was relatively easy. We did kind of need the Ottomans, but we could probably have used mercenaries instead if we had to. We do tend to have a lot of money. Speaking of which, manufactory time again. I'm thinking I might put a manufactory down here. Just thinking I don't want all of our development to be in France, you know. So I think that should ultimately take us to 20, so we'll fulfill that mission. So we can stop worrying about building them even where it isn't profitable now. Focus on building them where we need them, or where our estate agendas tell us to build them. Speaking of which, as soon as we get Somerset, I'm going to call the estates. Summon the diet. Okay, so they... Oh, good grief. Commissioning of Versailles. Yes, we definitely want Versailles, even if it puts us massively into debt. Okay, the nobility want northern Chile. Tempting, but not right now. St. John's Valley is a fertile area for colonisation. Where is St. John's Valley? Oh, we can build another farm estate. This is a good time to build farm estates, but we currently don't have much money. And of course the reward for the bourgeoisie's proposal is much better if we can just work out where St. John's Valley is. So I think F key for this one. Kinda look like there's someone already there. So even though it fits in quite well with needing to do Canada, I wonder if it's actually a good idea. I think I might go with the manufactory, all things considered. Seems like it might be a bit risky. Okay, technology. Let's go with technology. We are way ahead, so I might start development from now on to try and help manufacturers spread. I would love to develop London so we can fit an extra building in there. But in any case, right, so taking Hull, and we're going to build a manufactory in Normandy, if I can remember where it is. Might help without some massive things in the way. I should really know where this is. Not our problem, that's Antilles. They can deal with that themselves. No, apparently I've gone blind. Fine. I'm pretty sure I hit the end twice. And there it is. It's just because the writing is so small. Still, apologies for anyone from there. Excuse me. Okay. Right, so that's been built. We now have loans to pay off, which is going to be a bit of a pain. So it might be worth making some trade ships. I did say we were going to do the Navy next. And trade ships are technically part of a Navy, although it wasn't really what I was thinking. But it might allow us to make some more money. How are our advisors doing? So we've got a couple +3s and one +1. And we're still making money, but they are cheaper, aren't they? Still, it's a good start. And that one's diplomatic reputation, which I do kind of like. Might have helped us claim more land. Can't believe we're still Defender of the Faith. I guess no one wants it. Smugglers running rampant. Yes, we should try to stop them. Puts us even further into debt. Castile's making claims, don't care. Okay, right. First things first, I need to start on Cascada. Do we have a conquistador? We do not. Right, well, I'm going to make one. On the plus side, that's a blooming weird route. Can you get there? You can. Okay, so assuming this is Canada, let's go with this instead. Who's this? Florida. Don't know if we've ever done Florida. We have not, so tax it. What are we taxing? Salt, apparently. Okay. So on the plus side, this should mean that this colony is nearly finished as well. Brilliant. Some colonial enthusiasm. That colony has grown as well. And we now have a new country. Awesome. Right, can I give you the conquistador? I'd like you to be nice and far from Spain if possible. Just while you get things off the ground. So, the other army, wherever you've gone, are you okay? Yeah, you don't need a oh, you do need a conquistador. No, you don't. You can make it. Right, so hopefully they will actually get to where they're planning to go. We do, if we can, want to subsidise French California. Boundary dispute in Guinea. Yeah, I'm game. I don't like Brazil much anyway. So let's give you some subsidies. That'll do. So I'm hoping this will help them to colonise again. Excellent. Actually, we should just check there are some more calls we need to make. That's good. I think I'm actually just realising that this is finished a while ago as well, which is a little embarrassing. I should have been paying more attention, but I probably was fighting a war. So, in theory, we still don't have full reach. Can we get there? We can. So let's start colonising Australia. Privileges of the nobility. Ah, no, they can get stuff done. So we're going to need an explorer. That's fine. I don't know if I mentioned this particularly, but normally we can only have 2 military leaders of each type, and right now we've got 3, so normally that would cost us 1 military point per month. The reason it isn't doing is because of our power projection, which is currently plus 35, and there is actually an option there for leaders without upkeep. So until it dips below 25 we can have 3 leaders. I'm guessing in each category, but we only really need 2 naval leaders anyway. So I'm just going to try to get you over there. Are we improving relations? We're not. Let's start. The best relations we can possibly have with our colonies. Send you back. And we should be able to move the army across once the colony appears. Okay, brilliant. Right. So, next move. We want to make our navy formidable. Formidable. Along with our armies, of course. We also, at some point, want to take some land from Dahomey. But in any case, how are our armies doing? Well, they're not bad. So, move you back to London. Let's focus on the navy. We also need to upgrade these castles, actually. But our navy has been sadly neglected all the way through the game. We've got room for a lot of options. So to start with, can we get enough transports to at least move half the army at a time? So we've got 16. So let's build another 5. And then I want a bunch of war galleons. Okay. So trade fleet. I'm thinking I might send you to the Caribbean. Still has the best profit. And you will be our newest ships, I think. Okay, good. Oh, that's that fleet that protects Alexandria. Down to 3 ships, I notice. Fair enough. Right. Is there anything else we actually need to make a core? Yeah, this. So that's actually an island, so that will be ours. Cameroon also will be permanently ours. I have a feeling Gabon probably as well. Yep, there it is. Not totally sure about the others. I have a feeling the others might end up as colonies. We'll see. We will see. We're also going to have to decide whom to attack next. Now, without attacking Austria, I wonder if it would be worth going for these nations again. And trying to get a colonial nation here. It's just because we're a bit underrepresented in the south. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, colonists about to arrive, so that's good. Lost the claim, but this should allow us this into one navy. To start working on Australia, which will probably be our final colonial nation. Just check on the other colonies that the army's actually made it to them. This one did. So that'll be Cascadia. And this one did, which will be our second attempt at Canada. And we really need to take revenge on these people at some point. Because it looks like they completely wiped out our colony. But anyway, so that's not too bad. So our main gain today was all up this eastern coast. We basically took all of this from Spain, so Florida is now huge. Pretty solidly dominating North America now, but what I realised with attacking Great Britain last time is that we most certainly are not dominating South America, which is a problem. And also that Brazil needs dealing with. So, yeah, could kind of do with building colonies down here, but at least if we could take these 2 lands, that would give us 3. We could even end up being cut off. Or possibly we could just try invading Brazil, but that might mean fighting oh my goodness. It might mean fighting Great Britain. It looks like it would also mean fighting Spain. So this is where we get a problem, because we may have all three allying against us. It's also perhaps a reason to try and head east again. But we will need Ottoman help to fight Austria, I think. Okay, that's fine. Yep, that'll be useful. We should, in theory, have a disadvantage now for military tech. We're also slightly ahead of time. We haven't got that much of a disadvantage, we've got more of a disadvantage of the others. If anything, I think we're slightly behind, but we're probably not doing a war for a bit, so wouldn't hurt. But yeah, the main thing we really need to do is probably focus on embracing manufacturers next, before we go to war with anyone else, at least anyone big. But yeah, not so bad. We've also vassalised Ndongo. So in theory have the option of an alliance with Bohemia again. Who do they hate? Papal State and Brandenburg and the Commonwealth. Yeah, they're kind of online with us. Let's go with that. Let's ally them. Might come in handy for Austria. Austria with a somewhat successful spy network there. Anyway, brilliant. So I think that might be it. A bit happier with that one than with the Great Britain one anyway, because we made similar inroads into France, into Spain. I think we took 3 colonies, 3 provinces, but we also took the whole of eastern North America. So that should make Florida themselves quite formidable. So we're spreading a little. I would like to spread more east, but we'll be waiting for the Ottomans, so we'll see. Maybe we can do some minor nations while we're at it. Maybe even look at Milan again. Although we have just allied Bohemia. Should be slightly ironic. But yeah, we also need to get these debts paid. I can do one of them now. And then really focus on embracing manufacturers, because this is the one I was thinking we'd have a head start on. If you look at all the other European countries, a lot of them have got ahead of us, including Spain, which is not good. But there's not a lot we can do about that. We will just have to let it spread and let our money accumulate. Maybe help spread with monarch points, we will see. But yeah, that should be fine. We're still doing okay. 1660. So we're not running out of time just yet. But yeah, still got a long way to go. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time.